Legal immigration hinges on this idea, which I think entered the halls of power in the figure of Tony Blair, that human beings are essentially fungible economic units, that they can just be interchanged like pieces on a chessboard, and that nothing will be different. That culture is something that can be, put on and taken off like some kind of cheap costume. It's a superficial thing. And the idea that there's nothing wrong with the massive demographic upheaval that this country has undergone and will undergo in the coming decades. I think that we have to, grapple with that idea. We are talking about the tribes of the earth coming into contact with one another. And in every time and place where that has happened, it's never ended well, quite frankly. I think the tribal belonging is a real thing. It's an eternal thing. The tribe as a human structure is inescapable. And so when you have multiple tribes, ones that are very different in terms of their culture, their cosmological, theological views, even in the cases of those who do not share Christian values, when you have those communities, those tribes, grinding up against each other in small local areas, especially when there's not a lot of money to go around, you are inevitably going to see tensions raising and eventually it's spilling over into violence, which is what I think we saw in the aftermath of Southport last year. Because what that was an expression of anger by primarily white working-class communities, not just about the Southport massacre, but about the entire project of mass immigration. The tribes of Britain are the English, Scottish, Welsh and Irish. I mean, those are the tribes of the British Isles. They are the ones who have a claim to these islands. And the idea that that doesn't matter is actually tantamount to genocidal rhetoric. The idea that a people does not have a claim to their land is wrong.